We sailed our catamaran to the most remote anchorage in the world. This is Beveridge Reef, a sunken atoll in the South Pacific Ocean that doesn't even break the surface of the waves. We sheltered in here during a crazy storm, but we're determined to explore under the water before we sail on to our next destination. With so few boats ever stopping here, it's wild to think what might be hiding under the surface, completely unknown. Well, this is more like it. The sun has come out, the wind has died off, and we have just done the most ridiculous dive I have done in a very long time.
That was a lot of fun. So first and foremost, we went to the pass thinking there would be like a drop-off, but we also didn't expect it to be 25 meters, 27 meters deep the whole time.
Yeah, so there's one other boat here in Beveridge Reef with us. We've both come out here in the dinghy. We went first and they've now dropped in to do the dive. As we rolled in, we just like, as soon as we broke the surface, looked down and we were like, ah! We're in the middle of a massive school of barracuda with a huge school of grey sharks all kind of circling them, and they got so close.
Well, that's it. Translates to a school of teeth surrounded by a school of slightly bigger teeth.
I nearly just got straight back in the dinghy. I was so scared.
It's just hilarious. I was like dropping down and going, why are you taking it so long?
There's so many sharks and they're coming so close. Maybe I've been in the water for like 30 seconds. Maybe that's enough today.
But we made it down to the bottom, and once we got there, the reef fish were actually really surprisingly big and friendly.
Yeah, I was very, very aware that clearly the fish aren't used to seeing people, because they were just completely unperturbed by our presence, and they were just like so curious coming up so close. We were having to like fend them off with the camera at times. And yeah, a bunch of like baby sharks down there.
Little baby grey sharks, which are like the more bitey of the smaller sharks.
Slightly bitey,
They're slightly, but they're very inquisitive, and there was lots of grey sharks around, and then yeah, like a small nursery of baby sharks, which was very nice to see.
Yeah, it was basically like we sort of dropped on a sand patch, but there were loads of big corals around, and so it just felt like a playground. Like we could just swim. The current was almost non-existent. I was expecting it to be quite strong because of this storm that's been going on all week and the huge waves that have been coming out, but we were actually like really protected, and it just totally felt like an undisturbed and unknown dive site. It just feels like nobody ever comes here.
You can tell because the fish don't know what humans are.
Yeah.
So we got down there and all the fish were just like, at one point fish were just circling us for safety from the sharks because we're bigger, but they were coming in with like within like 8 inches of our face and just hanging out.
So yeah, I don't know how to explain the feeling of, I mean, we're anchored just in the middle of complete nowhere, this tiny submerged reef in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, but then to go underwater and see this completely different world underneath. So yeah, thankfully we've had like, you know, a few days of horrible storm and lots of rolling swell, but I feel now like our visit here has been justified. It was worth the days on end of lying around feeling seasick and the terrible sail to get here, because now we've seen a really cool thing.
Too right, an amazingly cool thing, and I reckon there's probably less than 10 people on the planet have been and done this dive.
That's just insane, but I totally agree. I think that could be true because so few people stop here, and it's really difficult to come and do this dive because you need to have the right conditions and you need to have another boat who are willing to be as foolish as you.
Foolish is the word,
jumping
yeah.
in and doing it as well. So yeah, that's quite a claim.
Very cool, huh?
Thanks for joining us for this extra video, and if you missed today's full-length episode where we sailed through a 50-knot storm to reach Beveridge Reef, you can watch that right now. Or enjoy even more videos from my time here as we tackle a challenging job at the top of our mast.